Tight end has been a good position for Nebraska recruiting in recent years. Chase Androff is the latest. Got him at 6'6", 230, 13 offers according to Rivals. Some decent schools out there. Kansas State, Iowa State, Michigan State, UCF have offered, but he is committed to the Huskers.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. You know, we've talked so many times, I think, on this show about how important it is to get that official visit, to get that guy on campus, and to you know, commit this quickly. That you're seeing that because with that visit weekend we just had last weekend. You know, yesterday afternoon, all of a sudden he pulls the trigger, and which actually surprised everybody that he did it that quick, because he was scheduled to go on an official visit to Michigan State this weekend, which he has now canceled, and he was also scheduled to go to TCU in a couple of weeks for a camp down there. So, boom, yeah, cowbell for the Husker recruiting staff, and I think one of the biggest takeaways from this is that, you know, he didn't have any intentions of committing this quickly. And his mom actually is the one who said, hey, that conversation that we had with Coach Frost after the camp impressed her so much. And he just decided right there, then and there, that that's the place that was for him. So, yeah. Kudos for the coaching staff, and this isn't the first one. This isn't the first domino to fall. There's more to come here. Absolutely, I wish I could share more at this point, but yeah, there's lots going on right now, and you know, and getting Androff. You know what's really cool about this story too is that he's from Lakewood, Colorado. He's from Minnesota. And he's from the same high school that Bryce Benhart went to, starting offensive tackle at Nebraska. So you're looking at opening up kind of a pipeline to a school that's producing a lot of prospects as well in a neighboring state, in an enemy state, so to speak. So yeah, it's big in several ways, and it was kind of funny too, because we're coming home. We went to Grand Island, Nebraska yesterday to cover a camp there that there was 14 high school teams from around the state competing in, and we were hustling home to get home to watch the Nebraska baseball game, which, you know, unfortunately they fell to #1 seed in the country, Arkansas, last night. Very, very, very big time year for the Nebraska baseball program, but that's neither here nor there. But we were just, I mean, 2 minutes away from pulling in to the office off of the interstate, and all of a sudden my boss, Sean Callahan, gets the tweet or text or however he found out, but said, "Oh my God, we just got to commit." And that was the whole point, is that he wanted to go home and watch the baseball game. And so now all of a sudden he's calling, and our recruiting analyst, Brian Munson, was actually on the phone trying to get a hold of Chase right there and there, and saying, yeah, I'm on it. And so Sean had to, instead of go home and watch the baseball game, he had to go run up into the office and go write a commitment story. So the funny thing is that, you know, this stuff always happens at a strange time, but you know, like I said, the big news is that you know, Nebraska gets their #1 tight end target, and they're only going to take one tight end in this class, more than likely, even though they do have 2 more coming in on official visits this month, which, as far as I know right now, are still planned. But yeah, this is kind of cool, and it just gets the ball rolling that much more. And you know, it's the 3rd commitment in this class, and like I said, plenty more to come.
Greg, you know I like to go to those recruiting rankings and read off the position ranking and the national rank and all that, so I got nothing here. But what's strange about this one, I don't know if you'll be able to shed some light on this. So he's not ranked. positionally or nationally, but Rivals has him listed as the #5 recruit in Minnesota. How can that happen?
Well, again, we've been dealing with this COVID situation where it's really hard for analysts to get out and see people in person, and there haven't been any camps to go to until just now. So, ranking kids, especially from a state like Minnesota that doesn't have a lot of coverage, that you need to get those kids out to camps and stuff to get in front of eyeballs, to get those kind of rankings, because like I've said before, it's not really fair just to rank kids off of watching their film, because you don't know what kind of competition they're going up against and stuff like that. But with that, we already know that he plays against a high level of competition and stuff like that. So like I said, that's just something that, in time, and especially if you're committed to a Power 5 school, you're going to get a power ranking pretty quickly after that, if you haven't had one yet.
I'm going to make a mental note to ask you 1 week about your impressions of PJ Fleck's work at Minnesota on the recruiting path, but we got plenty to talk about tonight. But with him being plucked away from Minnesota, and me talking to PJ Fleck the other night and really looking at his recruiting rankings, where he's raised it about 25 to 30 spots over what was being done there. I'm just curious about your impression there, but we'll get to that another week.